Definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Let's go! Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the band is back together. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is Evan Tech Proud. Hey, yo, it's survey time. How you doing, my man? I can't hear you. You're staticking.
What about now?
Yep.
Is that better?
Yep.
What is that?
I can hear my echo though, so you probably do want some headphones. Wait, I think I'm fine now. No, I don't hear any echo. I think you're good.
All right, we good?
Yep. Feeling good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man. It was a long time. I'm back.
Did I?
What's going on, guys? WWE Nation, be sure.
Yes.
Be here. It is hot.
It's hot in Maryland.
Yeah, 90. It's 92 degrees. Felt like 97. Cicada.
Wow. That's
Cicadas
pretty.
that hit my forehead, hit my neck, my arm, on top of my car, out in my bathroom. It's
So
crazy.
is it a big cicada issue in Maryland right now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
The area where I work at is called Bethesda, Maryland, which is about 45 minutes from the city. I live in Baltimore City, when we say
Uh-huh.
Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
So that's one of the most highly infested areas. And where I live at, my house, right across the street is field. So my street is nothing but you drive up my street, you have houses on one side, field on across the street. So it's
Uh-huh.
nothing but that noise. But we don't have it like North Carolina. North Carolina, they got it all over their porches. I don't have that.
Wow.
So it's bad. Hit your car, but they're blind, they can't see. And their purpose in life is to be fruitful and
Yeah.
what did it say? Life sucks.
And then you die.
That's what they do.
Wow, that's
Uh,
crazy, man.
it is.
Yuck. That's annoying. Is there any like treatment to that at all? Do they have like any sprays or like?
It's just, the thing is with them, they only live a month.
Mhm.
They go back in the hole for 17 years. The males are the ones that make the noise. They be fruitful and we spread their oats and they die. And that's it. There's no spray. They don't do anything. They're blind. They just fly around. They don't attack you. They don't bite.
Mm.
They on you. They just. I was just in Philly for 2 straight weeks doing business. I told you about for the show and got out the car. Went right. One was on my arm. I flicked it off, and that was it.
Wow.
Had
That
to
is
save the wifey. Had to go get stuff on her car because where she at is a big old light in the condo. So they're like all flying around. So they go get stuff out the car for her. When
uh,
my mom was living 17 years ago, we used to have a big tree in front of our house. My neighbor and us, and my mom did not go in the front door for a month. We
mm.
went around the back. She
So
was
this is a
listen,
once every 17-year
yeah,
thing.
once every 17 years. Yep.
Wow. That
Locusts
is
is
crazy.
7, cicadas is 17.
Wow. And
So
why
they'll be
Maryland out of anywhere? Like why Maryland? Because we don't have any of those issues in Ohio.
well, some of them spreading. You got North Carolina,
Mm.
uh, New York, Jersey.
I
It's just
guess
all over.
so. It's crazy. Yes,
It's crazy.
I'm looking at some news. Cicada blamed for car crash in Ohio. This was as of today, actually. Cincinnati police said cicadas responsible for a single car crash in the city's East End neighborhood Monday evening. While the driver sustained only minor injuries, the cicada was not as fortunate and found dead on the car's floorboard. This is NPR. It's gotten as far as NPR. Wow. Swarms of brood X
Yep,
cicadas
Brood X.
have emerged in vast portions of the eastern United States, awakening from their 17-year underground slumber to mate.
They're gonna
Although
be a new.
cicadas have
They're gonna
one
be a
of
new
the say that again.
new AW or MLW type pay-per-view.
The
Brood X.
cicada
Kevin Dunn.
MLW Brodax.
That's it. Kevin Dunn. Get us cicadas on us.
Right.
Get out. Get out.
Although cicadas have one of
Get us cicadas.
right. Although cicadas have one of the longest lifespans of any insect, they die shortly after mating. And brood X adults are expected to be gone by the end of July until the next cycle. So, wow.
They're one of the loudest ones. In this case, because we looked it up, and there's actually an app. For every acre of land, there's 1.5 million cicadas.
Wow.
And they get louder and louder. So those are the males competing with other males, to get.
What in the world?
On their mates. I'm a genetic jackhammer.
Right. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
What a pointless insect. I mean, according to us, clearly there's a reason why they're here, according to God's creation, but I don't know anything. The reason why. Christopher, what's up, my man? What's up, Marissa? Ricky's asking if I interviewed Eric Rowan before today. It was while he was in WWE. Nope, that's my first time interviewing Eric Rowan. Am I going to WWE next month? No, it's supposed to be in Cleveland. I'm not going to drive all the way to Cleveland. No, when it comes to Columbus, I'll be there, but I'm not making these special trips.
You know, I got family in Ohio. Nobody really likes Cleveland.
All right, yeah.
I don't really like traveling to Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've never been. There's about a few cities I never.
You never been? You've never been to Cleveland?
I've been through Cincinnati, you know, Coshocton, Columbus. They're driven through Ohio both ways.
Nice.
Going through Ohio, you have Indiana, and then the other way you go from Ohio going to Kentucky. So
yeah, well, Pennsylvania up and then down Kentucky. Yeah,
Kentucky.
Yep. And West Virginia, we're connected to West Virginia too.
Which is a long, dry country to go. I'm not inside country. I'm doing it, John Cena. West Virginia is a long, dry state to drive through.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Ricky's asking for takeover predictions. Bring that up real quick. Let's see.
I know it's been a while since I know I've been on. Actually, what are your thoughts on takeover? Now, I have to put it on my calendar. I forget takeovers on Tuesdays. So
takeover.
Yeah. What's your thoughts of NXT being on Tuesdays?
Oh, of NXT being on Tuesdays. Yeah, I mean, I just like AEW. I don't ever watch either of them live. Like NXT to me, you know, I always do my best to try to put NXT over, and I watch it every week still, but I'm just not really buying into NXT that much right now. Their star power is very lacking to me. I just don't. It doesn't feel like a big show. I don't get excited to watch NXT. Only thing I get excited about when it comes to NXT is I'm really big on Bronson Reed. I really like him as a character. I like his look. I like his theme music. He has the look to be a star. I'm really big on Bronson Reed. But I mean, Karrion Kross is a good character, but I can't stand how they're booking him. He needs to be a dominant, menacing heel, and they're kind of booking him as a babyface. Like they're kind of booking him as a babyface one week, you know, when him and Cole are together, and then what is Cole again? Because they really wanted to make him a heel, and he's still beating anybody up. I cannot stand this gray area stuff. It helps no character at all. If Karrion Kross was a dominant, definitive heel,
right,
it would help baby faces get over. The reason why they're having such a babyface problem in WWE, period, is especially on Raw, especially on Raw. Lashley's doing the best that he can on Raw, but he needs to develop himself more as a heel to get those baby faces over. You know, it's I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to my man Shane Swerve. I've known Shane for 10 years personally, known him for years, and I know he's really getting his comeuppance with NXT. I mean, I'm not a big fan of WWE, how they overproduce writing. He has his group, but I mean that's my boy. You know, I've known him for years and proud of him, and he's getting his shine. But you're right, I think that's a problem, like you said, with Cross. Is like, what are you? Are you a heel? Are you a face?
Right.
Your mind, and then I think that's a problem really in the business. Period.
It is.
What definite heels? What definite baby faces?
Other than Reigns.
Yeah, you got Lashley's a heel. There's nobody to fight. I mean, I know we know Drew. That's your boy. You know, we know Drew, great guy. Get tired of that.
Yeah.
Who does Drew got to fight? I mean, who does Lashley have to fight? So he's a definite heel. Reigns is the best he's ever been. Probably like top 2 or 3 in all of the business. That's it. We got MJF as a heel, but then you got other people like AEW. Omega's a heel, but the fans like him. And you got people that are faces, but they getting booed. And
because the fans like the heels that they're going against.
It's not like back in the day, the tweeners. You look at like Sid. Somebody like Sid, but back then it was different. He was a good guy or bad guy. You would kind of go through the gray area, but it wasn't indefinite. But like you said, carrying cross is
even in the gray area though. Like there was never really any tweeners. Like the only like Nash was a tweener for a little bit, transitioning into a heel. Like the whole black glove gimmick, what I mean? Like that was like the tweener didn't just stay there, what I mean? You're transitioning into a character, and eventually the black glove, started a feud against Bret Hart, the Undertaker, things like that. So he became a definite heel. Same with Austin. When Austin turned, into a babyface, he had a tweener role a little bit. But he was a babyface. Like, he was a different type of babyface. He was an anti-establishment babyface, but he was a clear-cut babyface, you know what I mean? And so he wrestled against bad guys. So I think it's important because for that, and then, Vince McMahon was the biggest heel in WWE, you know what I mean? So it had that, he had that person to dance with to make him
we talked about it a lot with, you interviewed the GOAT, Sting that time. Sting talked about it with Flair. Anybody who makes a great face is a great heel.
Absolutely.
Sting was great, but he had, he had
Rick Rude,
the Harley Races, the great late Rick Rude, what have you. Flair was great as a heel because he had the Stings and the Ricky Steamboats and the Dusty Rhodes and the Magnum TAs and the Curry Von Ericks and everybody. He want to get Savage had Flair and Hogan had, of course, Bundy and Giant, Ted DiBiase and the Dungeon Game and the Yeti and Earthquake.
The Yeti.
And the Leprechaun and Z Gangsta.
Even the Undertaker had the Berserker.
Yeah, the Berserker. Nails. They're talking about Nails and President.
He bought the boss man.
Even Austin is a ringmaster. He had a feud with the stalker. Very
I remember that.
Anything Batman. Look at the Rose Gallery in comics. Batman, I feel, is the GOAT. Got the Joker and the Riddler and Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Ventriloquist, and Superman, Lex Luthor, Brainiac. I mean, I'm sorry, Marvel fans, I'm gonna leave you out. You have Iron Man and Captain America, and you have Loki, and you have Thanos, and everyone else. Is been now in the business. Who do you have? Lashley is a great heel. Who do you have? How many times have we seen him fight Drew? That's it. What faces he have? And not only that, you build up these big images. Lashley's huge, legit dude. He's a heel. So you gotta have a formidable face. Drew is that. We've seen that like 89,000 times. Who else is going to legitimately face Lashley that's believable? Kofi, he's only believable because of the fans pushing, like Dave Bryan.
Yeah.
But after that, who do you have left? What faces on Raw do you have that legitimately can challenge Lashley? Reigns is the best right now. Who do he got to fight?
Nobody.
Is this what you going to download Dolph Ziggler? It's
right.
You got Reigns, and then you have Owens, maybe.
Well, they've been through that. They've already been there.
The IC title has more, or SmackDown has more variety.
Yep.
Of different people that Apollo Crews can go against. And you have Raw and SmackDown. And AEW, you got Omega. That's a little different. He has but their problem was like a video game boss. They have enough opponents for their champion. But it's like when them beat him up, you beat him up for one show or one round, and then it's like off to somebody else. It's not as much of a stable, stretched out feud. You don't see that as much. So Not going against WWE and AEW. We keep it, we keep it objective here, but that's the problem. You're gonna see Drew and Lashley say it again for the first time in Hell in a Cell.
Right.
It's gonna be 3 stages of hell. It is gonna be the Punjabi prison. They're gonna fight in every single stipulation. They're gonna run back the blue ball cage. They're gonna bring back the kennel from hell.
Oh goodness.
The lumberjack match.
Not that one again. As far as takeover predictions, I've got. Oh, they're doing a 6-man. What? Winner takes all 6-man tag match. So I guess this was this week. Winner takes all 6-man tag match for the NXT North American Championship and Tag Team Championship. Okay. So Bronson Reed against Legado del Fantasma. I don't really see Bronson Reed getting the titles off of them yet. Getting the title from me. I don't see that. I mean, that would be way too short. Raquel and Ember Moon. That's cool. I mean, Ember Moon's one of my favorites, but I don't see them taking off Raquel right now.
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez against Xia Li. They've kind of been pushing Xia. Mercedes.
Martinez win.
I hope she does. I like Mercedes. I like her. She was in the main event, so I think they might give it to her. $1 Million Championship. I like what they're doing with this. It's funny. It looks like they've been transitioning Cameron Grimes to a babyface, which is cool. LA Knights versus Cameron Grimes.
That's Eli Drake, right?
Yep.
Give it to LA Knight. I think so.
I think you give it to LA Knight, and then you still have Cameron chase it. I think they'll probably do that. Carrion against Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne.
Isn't that basically the Revival versus?
Good
gosh.
Yeah, I think Cross keeps it.
Yeah, NXT has now. Give NXT this though. They do tend to keep whoever's their main champion, their heavyweight champion, tend to keep the title for a while.
Yeah, I
do like that with them. Karrion Kross, what was his name in Impact TNA Anthem? I spoke to him right before he went to E.
You said whose name?
Karrion Kross. What was his Anthem name? Impact TNA. Help me out, PNB Nation.
It was. Oh my gosh! It was Cross. I thought it had Cross on it. Killer Cross. It was Killer Cross.
Don't worry, Tim. We got you, man. We'll
figure that
out.
Yeah.
This is live radio. Listen to Indie Other Radio.
Yeah.
You got a couple. You got a couple first, and you'll get to the
yeah. My man Daz is in the building.
What's up, Daz? Is everybody keeping the screen? Everybody got profile pics. There's no vacants, right?
Yeah. No vacant avatars. That's hilarious. Okay. Couple Ask Chris questions. And then we'll get to there's one Ask Evan. I've heard Chris's thoughts on Eva Marie coming back. I was wondering what were your thoughts on Eva Marie coming back?
I don't know. I don't have a thought on it either way. Mickey James easily could have stayed.
Definitely.
Don't understand that, but I guess their women's division is depleted. So I guess they decided to bring back somebody with a tad name value. Now we'll give it this. Eva Marie has always been great at getting heat, being a heel. And that is something that they do need. So that's good for them. But they're at the point now where they're gonna have to build up newer stars for the women division. Because you look at the singles, what do you have? Sasha, Bianca, was it Asuka, Daddy's girl, Charlotte.
Yep.
Who else? Eva Marie. And you got the tag division too.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nia and Shayna, their tag, Natty and Tamina is a tag.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Am I missing
It
anybody?
was the Riot Squad, but they broke them up by letting
Yeah,
go of
so
Heidi Lovelace.
oh, I mean, if you can't consider Alexa, but she hasn't really wrestled as much, and the girl Lily. But for as formidable opponents, you have 4. That's it. Oh, I'm sorry, Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry, I can't forget her. So you have 5 formidable opponents. That's it. And then you got 4 other women wrestlers in WWE that are in tags.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot to work with right now.
Yep. Very true. All right, let's get into these favorite WWE theme songs. So remember, it's WWE theme song. Severin says JYD. JYD didn't have a WWE theme song, did he?
Unless he talking about
Yeah, WCW.
the song. Yeah, you're right. He didn't. Unless he talking about the Power Drive album.
Well, that could be it.
Now I want to ask you this: so WWE, you mean as in the World Wrestling Federation, including
Yep.
WCW? You're just doing WWFE, WWF.
I'm listening to it now.
Yeah,
See, I really want to play some of this, but I'll get pinged by WWE like as soon as this show goes off. Your video is blocked.
Yeah, they sitting there waiting.
Yeah, I'm listening to it now. I don't recall him coming out. I guess he might have come out to that, but
Tried to promote the album, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah. HBK, Dave says
same theme song for years. Orton.
Yeah.
Got Do You Love. Red
Triangle Severin says DiBiase is a good one. Josh.
What's up, Alonzo? Marissa.
Stone Cold.
Which one?
Stone Cold's Disturbed one was the best one to me.
Yes. Did you like the one he's with the Alliance? The one that we said so like he had the crickets. Yeah, there's like the crickets is in there. It's like that one. The crickets. Really called them the cicadas. Always like that.
It was okay, but that Disturbed one was it, man. That was the one. That it was probably a, they probably had to keep paying them. There's a reason why they stopped it, but man, that was hands down the best Austin theme to me.
I got one of the rocks. Best rocks to me is the Hollywood Rock.
Definitely. Yeah. Batista. I Walk Alone was good. I wouldn't
not the original instrumental. The original instrumental. What's it's 24. What is he doing? I will say he has to this day one of the best time pyro with his theme. He does the
bazooka thing.
Yeah, the bazooka.
Yeah, I liked his entrance. His entrance was pretty dope. I think that I Walk Alone is, I would say, among the top 50 for sure. WWE theme songs of all time. It definitely fit his character. I love theme songs that fit the wrestler's character. Right. Nowadays, when I interviewed Jim Johnston, he said it best. He was talking about how, you can like pull a theme song from someone right now and put it on someone else, and you won't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Exactly. And it's like I'm slowly creeping in. I'm slowly like growing. Roman song is slowly growing on me, but it's like I think I'm trying to make it grow on me because I'm noticing every week there's like different like changes in it because they keep trying to make it work. Like no, give me a little bit more riff there.
I think it's.
It's still a theme song that you can pluck off of him and it won't. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't reek Roman Reigns. Like it's not a Roman Reigns theme song. It just feels like a theme song that could fit Roman Reigns.
Like you knew the theme, and even though it is a lot of tweaks, even though he took a version of the Shield, the theme he had before the new one fit him the best.
Yeah.
Now it's the beginning really fits him.
Yeah, it
And then
does.
there's the slower pace fits him too. I guess it's had to take time. I remember when Orton went from Burning My Light to what he has now. I hear voices
Voices.
saying
Yeah.
the same thing. But that's Orton's song. Like that's you can't put that. I mean, John Johnston was there then. It just fits him. So, man, that's a good point. Jim Johnston said you can just take it off. I mean,
Yeah.
suffer like the revival. Not the revival. The revival. Adam Cole. That
The
that was
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era. It really fit them, but that was a group.
Yeah, that theme song is one of the best, still one of the
Amazing.
best
Right.
in WWE. I think Apollo's theme song fits him well. I like Apollo's theme song. I think they did a good job on Apollo. When it comes to Roman Reigns, though, I still think there needs to be some tweaks. Though I just, I think I've noticed the difference. There's more guitar in it. You know what I mean? I've noticed the difference, but there's still some pieces of it that's just like,
It's new,
it
new.
doesn't. It's still. I'm still growing on it. I don't know how much it'll click on me, but they definitely need to tweak it for sure. I remember when Samoa Joe, before he had his last one, the theme song that he came out to on NXT when he first came. Before that. It was terrible. It was so bad. The one that he they debuted in NXT with, and I remember him debuting on NXT, and he came out to that. I said,
that never happened.
There's no way that he's going to keep that music, right? Like it was really, really bad. I'm glad they changed it up.
It can't be worse than Big Cass's.
Big Cass's, yeah. That was pretty bad. Very generic. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Ricky says The Rock, Edge, Orton, Triple H, and Cena.
Which Triple H? With Cena. Yeah, I have versions here.
Yeah, so Triple H has
My
Time, King of Kings, and Time to Play the Game. Which is your favorite out of those three?
So my time, King of Kings, time to play the game still. I mean, you've been there with me at Mania. When you there live to hear that theme, you get stuck in your head. You feel the energy. Even if he's a heel, if he's a face, we spit the water out and just that. I think that's the best. Time to play the game is the best that fits it. Even the cut version when he runs out, that's the best way to stand. King of Kings is cool. I mean, it's Lemmy Motorhead. My time was cool. When we did the backyard wrestling, that was my theme back in the day. But it took too long to start. 1, 2,
yeah.
But I think try to play the game is the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
And even Hunter Hearst Helmsley, that even worked for him back then. The little Kurt Season.
Agreed.
Someone said,
Josh. This right here, man.
Yeah,
that is one of the top 5 theme songs of all time. That theme song to me was like proverbially way past its time. I wish that Demolition. I wish they would have booked Demolition long term as good as the theme song was. You know what I mean? Because Demolition only really had a solid 3-year run. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't very long. It was just, I mean, like I still think it's Hall of Fame worthy, but they really had from probably like 88 to like 91, it was really like their run. And even like they started to transition over when Axe left and then they got Smash and Crush. That was like around 91, if I'm not mistaken. Then Crush went to, I think that was 91, and then Crush went to the Kona Crush. It might have ended in 92. For some reason, I thought they transitioned in '91.
Yeah, no, X left. Bill left. This was with them a few weeks ago too. Still look good. Bill and Barry still look good. Is it 92? Because the Rock
Smash
was in
is Barry Darsow 6'2"? You don't look like no 6'2".
He was. It looks like he got a little shorter and he kind of walks a little hunched.
Okay, because I'm 6'1", and he doesn't seem like he's
Back then he was. He looks like he lost maybe a couple of inches.
okay. Gotcha. Yeah, tag team title reigns 88 to 90. Addition of Crush. Yeah, so WrestleMania 6 was around the time that Crush joined, and they turned heel.
6 was 90.
That was 90. Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah. Okay.
So
because the Road Warriors, because LOD was in there 92, right?
that was 91 SummerSlam of
91. Yeah, you're right.
No, it might have been yeah, 91 to 92, because I think what the SummerSlam 92 was them and Nasty Boys opening up, right?
And I think Demolition was crushed then.
No, that was Wembley. Yeah, they opened up at Wembley.
He did, yeah.
They opened up in Wembley, right? But
yeah, he did. It was the first match. He was on a bike,
right? Yeah, when they had the doll. Yeah. Oh, they beat Money Inc. Yeah, they beat Money Inc. They opened up 92 and beat 90 and beat Money Inc. Was it 91 if they beat the Nasty Boys?
Yeah, 91 was Nasty.
Yeah, they beat the Nasty Boys and they won the title at 91. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so Bill Eadie had to develop an allergy to shellfish. Is why they transitioned him over, which hospitalized him. And Vince McMahon wanted to add a third member just in case the illness put Eadie out of action for an extended period of time. Interesting. That's why Crush came aboard. I'm trying to remember how they turned, like what made them turn heel around that time. So I know that they were feuding against Andre and Haku, right? Around 90.
Didn't Fuji, no, they had Fuji. Maybe I'm thinking of the Wound of the Barbarian. Because Demolition was by itself.
No, Fuji, the Demolition was with Fuji when they were heels.
Fuji trade on them? Didn't Fuji
for the Powers of Pain?
Powers of Pain. I think that's what made them turn face.
Right.
Remember Fuji trading on them with the Powers of Pain, Wound of the Barbarian?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out when they turned heel, though. They turned heel again after.
Yeah.
I don't remember how they turned heel. Demolition defended the titles. So they won the titles at Mania 6. Yeah, and then they kind of turn heel further toward 90. I gotta watch some programming from 90 again to see how they transition into heels again.
Aaron said against the Hearts, he thinking.
Say that again.
Aaron Avenue or Aaron Ave, I'm sorry. He said he think Demolition turned heel against the Hearts.
Oh, against the Hearts. Okay, got you. LOD, yeah. What a rush.
I'll tell you, a tag team was like All American Boys.
All American Boys. That was Rougeau's, right?
Yeah, with the flying.
I wouldn't consider Goldberg a WWE theme song. That's a WCW that carried over.
WCW, yeah.
Sting's WWE theme song is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Do you like the WWE theme, the first one, or do you like this theme now at AEW?
I'm not really feeling his AEW theme that much. It's okay, but I mean, Sting's themes are so good, man. I mean, like he has a long history of really good theme songs, even from even from the very beginning.
He's a circle.
Like that was one of the first. That was the first Sting theme song that like hooked me to him. Then after that was Man Called Sting, you know, which was I love Man Called Sting.
That was great, yeah.
You know, he does this, he does that. He's big as a bull.
Clink, 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 clink.
Huge fan of the Man Called Sting. Huge fan of the Crow. I even like Seek and Destroy. I even liked that. Yeah, I even liked that when he did that. And then he went back to the Crow. Yeah, his TNA theme song was actually
his TNA themes was
good. Yeah. I think this is probably his worst theme song. His AEW is probably his worst one.
Remember the first Sting theme, that real cheesy upbeat before the NWA, like the 1988 /1 theme.
No, let me.
He was teaming with Dusty. It was just some like 80s cheesy upbeat, like B-list TV show thing. It just sound bad.
I'm about to listen right now.
Marissa's going to sleep. Good night, Marissa.
Oh, I'm listening right now. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, super cheesy. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, really cheesy. I mean, that 1988, man. There's not too much you can ask for in 1988 WCW NWA intros. A lot of them had that generic type of feel to it.
Brendan said, what did Brendan say? Mr. Perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah, huge, big, Perfect fan. Let's see who else we got.
Jake Roberts, Trust Me.
Oh,
that's my favorite of them. Not the
Trust me.
face thing.
Trust me.
The face thing was good, but I like the Trust Me one better.
Elvis, of course, baby. Of course you know. Of course you figured out that I was gonna say, baby. The Dusty Rhodes American Dream, baby. It's one of the best theme songs ever. My lovely Sapphire, baby. You know, Son of a Plumber, Common Man. It's my favorite, baby. Yeah, I love Common Man. Common Man was awesome.
Chris Lynch said Rick Rude.
Which one? Oh yeah. His WWE was pretty dope. Yeah, absolutely.
Even though I prefer the WCW one, me personally.
That was the
Simply Ravishing.
Simply Ravishing. Wow. Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, and I can explain P Nation this for us Hogan. Are you American?
Yeah, you're an American made guy.
Are you American made or are you the real American WWF?
Oh, American made was horrible.
Are you American made?
He's American. Yeah.
Like he went like this the whole
every time that comes on, I'm always thinking about the time where he came back and the red and yellow, and always like, Brain, is Brain? Hogan, he's back. Every time I hear that.
Funny. It took me the longest to understand what the beginning lyrics was. It's just some man yelling, like.
Yeah.
What is he saying? But
he's the red, white, and blue running through his veins. He was born and raised in the U.S. of A.
That's when Hogan got lazy. He didn't always do this. He just did.
Yeah, right. I agree, Brandon. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, Slick, Hakeem.
Yeah. I loved Jive So Bro, man. Loved it. So Bret Hart had a bunch of different variations of his theme. So his original theme, and during his IC run, his first WWE run, So his first one was the bum bum bam bam bum bum bam 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 bam, and then I liked what I liked about Jim Johnson when he would make themes. He would like transition them, like he would put like more strings in them,
Strings to it,
as they like graduate, as like their character became stronger, he would put more
reverb,
strings in them.
bass.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did that with Lesnar. He did that with The Rock, definitely. He did that with Brett. And so like it's interesting how he would do that, put more strings in people's character in people's theme songs.
And with that too is with him, being a musician too, is that with those themes, you hear like a riff, you hear like a chord, like you need breath. You heard that screech. It was Brad also with the glass breaking or the Mountie. You know, somebody just said the Mountie. Yeah, you knew that themes went with their characters. You knew the Hogan was Warrior. I mean, Warrior had things you want. Warrior had one of the best all time things.
100%. Yeah, unstable is what it was called.
Even now I'm gonna tell you somebody who has a bazillion themes, and I'll tell you my favorite version. Taker. The original Taker with the slow, steady fading gong, and it goes straight to the long chords on the organ. That Ministry Taker.
My favorite was Babyface, Black and Purple, when he came back with for those who don't know, Primetime Brian Lee was the Black and Gray Taker, the fake Undertaker. But when he came back as the real Undertaker, SummerSlam 94, and when he came back to the babyface music, because he used to be just the dun 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 dun, and then all of a sudden it became I loved it, man. I loved when he did that. And actually, it was Jim Johnson was actually one of my favorite interviews because he actually played that live when I interviewed him. It was actually pretty dope.
I love it. I mean, even as appearance wise, like you said, that was great. The Ministry Taker with the almost beard, and then like he was so like jacked in, and is that. With that, that's when he started doing this with the smoke. They don't do that no more. With the smoke just come up on the steps. They can see him sometimes with all that smoking. That little bit demonic type.
Right.
It was just such a great look, but it just fit. But the Book of Red one, where it was not the words. It was right before the words. Remember WrestleMania 18, the Book of Red, Big Evil Taker. WrestleMania 18 version. It was just. It was just I was a fan of that. Added the words.
You're Gonna Pay actually was pretty decent too.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like You're Gonna Pay?
I didn't even like it either. Like, I was like, man, get rid of the words. Like,
that's hilarious.
It fit, though. It fit.
Yeah, it definitely fit.
I'll make you famous.
Yeah, it was don't turn around. What was the beginning of it? I'm trying to remember. Dead Man Walking. Oh man, I remember. That's gonna.
Yeah, Dead Man Walking.
Let's see. I'm trying to look for that.
It's funny because I know the song by heart. I'm trying to think of the first verse.
Dead Man Walking. You've done it now. You're gonna make a big mistake, and I can't allow you to think you can just walk away. So turn around. Yeah.
What is that?
And face the piper you're gonna pay, cause the end is now. This is gonna be your judgment day. Yeah,
I tell you what though, when Techie came back as the ABA with the Kid Rock, he's here. That actually was really cool.
It fit, yeah, but it was like it was a Kid Rock song. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it wasn't Johnson.
Yeah, it wasn't. Okay, let me see. I actually got
Limp Bizkit. Someone said Harvey Whippleman.
oh gosh.
What? Brendan said the Brewery. That was. I remember having WWR. Wow. That was a Vince Vapor Rub. Wow. Got the flu.
Yeah. Yeah, Rube was actually pretty dope, man. Actually was pretty popular.
Skinner. I got Skinner down.
I don't
Skinner
remember
was just
Skinner's.
it was just the woods. It was just the crickets.
Oh
In the
yeah,
woods.
yeah.
I always loved it. Like it was
Okay.
Blockbuster Horror. Remember that? Big Show and
Blockbuster.
remember Big Show and Taker was a tag team. It was called Blockbuster Horror.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
thing,
Yeah, that was it was okay. It was a dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I remember that. It was okay. It was okay. I would say probably Ministry Taker was my least favorite theme song.
Somebody said "Oh My Heart."
The dun, dun, dun,
King of Hearts.
yeah, that was okay. Let me play this real quick. Since I can't play any WWE theme songs, I will play this from my interview with Jim Johnston. He's going to play the Undertaker's theme song.
So it's like go for broke.
Work at all. I mean, but it worked. I couldn't figure out what's the theme for a dead guy, you know. And so I finally got that idea from thinking about, well, it's sort of like some really sad music for a funeral, and I thought almost like a childlike theme, and hopefully you can hear it. I wrote it really high on the piano, just incredibly simple.
Very nice.
And so from there, you know, I had the composition, but then, okay, well, it can't be a piano, so it's got to be a church organ. And then maybe we add a choir. And then later I added guitars. And then later I added brass. And then later I added more guitars. And so it just kept growing Undertaker is just, I think without question the most unbelievable career.
Oh yeah.
Of any wrestler anywhere ever.
100%. Very nice.
Yeah.
The Undertaker. Yeah.
You know, and Taker's really. We was there when Taker kind of semi-retired. It was at Mania 33.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing his thing was just like, man, people was crying. Someone said, Freebirds. I mean, I know they're not. That was, even though they claimed they had the first ever theme song.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Doom, 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 doom. That was WCCW.
I got one.
What you got?
Rick the Model Martel.
The Arrogance one.
Yep. Which
that was the dun, 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 dun. That was it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Modern people. Somebody currently, I'll tell you who theme I think was cool is Alexa Bliss. I thought we saw her theme was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't recall Andre having a theme song.
In the video games he did. They did Durn.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he
Strike
did.
Force.
Yeah, Strike
Yeah, I
Force.
forgot about Strike Force. Yeah.
Let me try to figure that out. I gotta remember what it is. Oh, Girls in Cars. That's right. Gold Dust, the
Yeah.
first one.
His
The
first one.
first one, yeah. Not the kind of remake. I wasn't a big fan.
The first one with that theme. That's really one of the, you can argue, is one of the best entrances of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the OG Gold Dust, the all gold paint with the black eyes and the wig and
Mm-hmm.
sliding in the ring and that glitter.
Absolutely. So as we close up, where would you rank Hogan's theme song among the all-time greats?
And this is Real
This is
American.
Real American, yeah.
It got, you have to, with WWE itself, WWEF, you got to put it up there as like top 5.
Yeah, I agree.
It is. I mean, it's so not. I always say this. I think you and I, we joked about this together in New York or Orlando. I always joked and said, when me and my buddy, my other buddy Chris, I grew up with watching wrestling. When you hear Michael Buffer say, "Let's get ready to rumble," what's the first thing came to mind? We used to play that game in school, in the church.
Yeah.
With WWF, when you hear Fink, the late great Fink, introduce somebody, it's WrestleMania, what's the first thing that's gonna come to your mind? So you're gonna think of Hogan. It's Real American. He did the song like 80 times because he's, so you gotta put it up there as top 5. And I say it's subjective because some people can say Macho Man, some people can say Warrior. You gotta think around that time. Really around that time, Hogan, Warrior, Savage.
Yeah, Hogan Warrior Savage was among the top 3 to me. I think you
Piper.
I think definitely put Piper up there for sure. I think you put Perfect up there too.
Perfect. Yeah. That's
DiBiase.
Rude.
Rude. 80s WWE themes were legit, bro. Like they were legit. I think probably, what would you say the best? So here's a closing question. What would you say, and PNP Nation as well? What would you say the best era of WWE, the best decade of WWE theme songs is what? So you have the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. So you have 5 decades of really theme songs, because if you're thinking of theme songs, Freebirds, that was late 70s. So 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s.
I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I'm gonna say 90s because Brett, Shawn, Diesel, Razor, Goldust, Stone Cold, The Rock, The Nation.
There were no good themes in the 80s. Ricky, what are you talking about, man? Hogan was in the 80s.
I'm still going on. The Truth Commission.
Oh, good Lord.
Thilo Brown. In the 90s, it was
when I think of classics, man, I think of the
Val Venus.
Yeah, but those were good themes, but they weren't among the best, though.
The first 7 to 8 I mentioned: DX, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, The Undertaker. You even had Brother Love. You even had songs that were with
Brother Love was late 80s, though.
Oh, Brother Love, yeah, okay. But
because Taker debuted in November of 90. So, but 80s though, you had Hogan, Warrior, Savage, Rude, DiBiase, Perfect, Piper. Yeah, 80s for me, hands down. Like when you Warrior, when you think of like
synonymous.
When you think of like among the GOATs, it's like the classic. When you think of Demolition. Rockers,
Brothers.
Rougeau. Bulldogs, Heart Foundation.
Oh yeah. Strike Force, Killer
Yeah.
Bees.
Yeah,
Honky
and
Tonk
those
Man.
are all 80s. Those are all 80s. Yeah,
Yeah,
80s for me.
that's
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's a good thing. But then, like you said, depending on the era, if you um,
Because like if you think of all those, like you think of classics when you think of 80s. 90s, you think of good themes. I mean, of course, you had Austin, you had Rock, you had
right.
Foley, Triple H, DX. Correct, you're definitely true on that one. But like those were good themes, but classics though, like the
Well,
classics.
to your argument, I give it to you because yes, Triple H is siren. I said that earlier, boy. You're right. And with the mesh top, you find that in the charges. We still got it a little. He was copied off of Sky Steiner because remember Sky Steiner had the mesh hat, and then Triple H had the mesh top. But you're right because if you think about the classes, if you can take someone that's not a wrestling fan or just a basic person, you play Hogan, Warrior, Savage, Jake the Snake, Honky Tonk Man, $1 Million Man, Tito Santana,
Rude. Yeah, even
Jones,
Tito. Yeah.
Demolition. They're like, oh wait, I remember that was even SD Jones had a thing. He did. So he did. But they would say classics where the 90s was more. I mean, besides the Stone Cold, besides the Rock, besides DX, there were good things, but you can't go to your Aunt Patty or your Uncle Mike. Right. You're like, oh, here's D'Lo Browns.
Right, yeah. Like you're looking at the real deal now. What is this? You know, which was cool at the time, but
you know DX, all know them. You know the
they know DX. Like, yeah, they know Austin. The point.
Yeah. I give you that. That's right. So you sway me.
I would say 90s comes a close second because you still have Taker, Kane, Austin, Rock, Foley, Triple H. Yeah, I mean you still have those, but I mean I still think of those. You still DX too, and the Nation. But when I still think of those, I don't think of like classics. You know what I mean? Like really good theme songs for its time, but classics.
Chris Lynn said another one that everyone knows from the 90s. Duran was Godfather. Everybody knows Pimpin' 80s. But like you said, is very like a handful of things in the 90s that goes that's pop culture related. That you don't have to anyone's going to recognize. Like Daniel Bryan, yes, everyone knows that. John Cena's his theme, everyone's going to know it. But the 80s, no, we got a lot of Christopher here. Christopher Ron Cooper said everyone knows it. So I give you 90s. Talk about the 70s, Bob Backlund's theme.
Bob Backlund's theme.
Angel Morales.
Yeah.
Scandal, Egg Bar, Devastation.
Ricky, you're gonna have to cut the comments, man. It's not even Evan's mic. It's I have a fan going, so my fan. You probably hear my fan, so you got to stop. Yeah, it's probably your fan too, but you know that's not. You know, he keeps talking about a mic, man. Come on, Ricky. You're a weekly person, Ricky. You're even a patron. You gotta stop with those comments, man.
I'm not gonna like Ricky.
You keep saying the same thing about the mics, and it's like, dude, come on, Ricky.
Yeah. We'll just give him the Vince.
Yeah.
I like Ricky.
Me at the end. I like the heel Guerrero. I was a big fan of the heel Guerrero thing. Say hello to Eddie. Coming from the streets of the ghetto. At the end of the week, I get to keep your dinero. Yeah, that was a really big one.
I like the Eddie right before he passed. Like,
okay, that one was good too.
He wore that tan beater every week on SmackDown.
Yeah, that was good too. But that heel one was really good. Yeah, I talked about that with Jim Johnson. He put that together. So,
he did.
Good stuff. Yeah. It was. Check out that Jim Johnson. He was really good, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, theme song version of PNP tonight. I was a big fan. Good conversation.
Wait, Jack Tunney.
President Jack Tunney.
Who had the same name as Linda.
So yeah, that was good stuff, y'all. Well, that is it for us. He is Evan Prout. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone. And this week was really fun. Next week, maybe we'll talk about WCW theme songs. There you go, WCW, baby. All right, I agree, Christopher. Nice to have us back together.
Yes, it is great to be back.
Yeah,
The band is back together.
Absolutely.
The crappy TNA thing.
There you go. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that because maybe the WWE.
Wait. Yeah, we can't.
Maybe we do the Mega Powers. Mega Powers. Other way. Right, there you go. Good stuff, man. All right, he's Ever Tech Proud. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. 480 episodes in the book. Until next week, enjoy your week of resting. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.